Good evening, everyone. This is me, Tasnim. Welcome to my channel and also welcome to Leah Kasper's English. And this is class 5 and 6 as well as this is batch 1. I hope you all are doing good and we know today is Monday as well as today is our presentation day. So without delay, we can start the class. We know there was a story. Now I'm telling a story once again. Everyone, listen carefully. Once the house of a rich man was full with rats. There were rats everywhere. The members of the house could not enjoy sound sleep. Even the little babies were not free from the attack and beating of the rats. The rats would take away foods, cut clothes, and tear holes here and there. At last, the owner of the house hit upon a plan. He brought a cat to kill the rats. বোঝা যাচ্ছে সামিয়া মির্জার সাথে কথা বলবো একটু পুরো গল্পটা বলে দিই The rats came to know the presence of the cat in the house. All the mice, এই যে rats are যদি plural হয় সবগুলো হলে কি হয় mice. All the mice sat together in a conference. At last, they took a decision that they would tie a bell in the neck of the cat so that they could know the approach of the cat. They raised a hue and cry over the matter because none of the rats agreed to tie a bell in the neck of the cat. They thought that the rat who would go to veil the approach of the cat would lose his life. Okay. They thought, আচ্ছা কোথায় ছিলাম? Finally, who would bail the cat remained unsettled. So the mice eventually left the house. Who understand? I think all of you understand the story, no? So everyone prepared for the presentation. In the meantime, I think আচ্ছা, I understand this. Okay. So I request Sifat, please. এবং সবাইকে বলতে হবে নওশিন ভিডিও অন করব লাবিব I think you are practicing with screenshot. Am I right, Labib?
Miss,
Labib. Labib.
Miss, I just came from outside right now. So after a few minutes, can I turn on the video?
Okay.
Okay, Miss.
So, you know, today is our presentation day, so you have to say this story.
Okay, Miss, no problem.
Okay. So now stop the share. Sifat.
Yes, miss.
মিস প্লিজ আরেকটু দেন আমি ছবিটা তুলে নিতাম
নিয়ে নাও তাড়াতাড়ি
এইসা মিস
নিয়েছো Okay, Sifat.
Okay, miss. The story. Once the house of the rich man was full of with rats. There were rats everywhere. The member of the house were so disappointed and couldn't enjoy sound sleep. Even the little babies were not free from these mice and the beating from the rats. The rats would take away foods, cutting clothes and tear holes here and there. And at last, the owner arrived to a decision, and he brought a cat to kill all the rats. The rats came to know that the presence of the cat in the house. All the mice sat in a conference, and they took all decisions and it's created a democratical situation that they would build what it called a necklace in their in the neck of the cat.
Yeah.
In the neck of, and at last they took the decision that they would be they would tie a bell in the neck of the cat so they could know the approach of the cat in the house. And they created hue and crew over the matter because none of the rats were agreed to tie the bell in the neck on the neck of the cat. And they thought that the rat who would go to bell the necklace on the neck of the cat, he will be the greatest rat in this house. And finally, who would build the cat remained unsettled. So the mice eventually left the house, and the story is ended.
Okay, I think not greatest. Those who approach the cat and who it can lose its life. That's why it was totally unsettled. And finally, they left the place. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Sifa. So now your task is not you, all of you, write it down with your own language. Like I think it took 1 page or 2 page. Again, you write it down, this story, okay? Not saying the story, now you write down about with your own language. Now, Joita.
Okay, miss. Once the house of a rich man was full with rats. There were rats everywhere. The members of house would not enjoy sound sleep. Even the little babies were not free from the attack and beating of the rats. Um, the rats would take away food,
Sifa,
cut
before.
cloths and tear holes here and there. At last, the owner of the house hit um, upon a plan. He bought a cat to kill the rat. The rats came to know the presence of the cat in the house. All the mice sat together in conference. At last, they um, took a decision that they would tie a bell in the neck of the cat so that they could know the approach of the. They raised a huge and cry over the matter because none of the rats agreed to to tie a bell to tie a bell in the neck of the cat. They thought that the cat who would go to Bill, the approach of the cat would lose his life. Finally, who would Bill the cat remained unstable, so the mice eventually left the house. Thank you.
That's all about the story. Thank you. Umara, say, Umara, please. Safid, sorry, Sifat, what are you thinking? Sifat, are you writing?
Yes.
No. Where is your pen?
Once the house of a rich
You
man
fix your
was
camera properly as I can see your writing. Okay? So all of you,
Okay.
এটা also. এবং সামিয়া মির্জা যেহেতু পড়া দিতে পারবে না, সামিয়া মির্জার কাজ হচ্ছে দ্রুত লিখে ফেলবো। গল্পটা দেখে লিখে ফেলবো। ওকে। সিফাত, প্লিজ লিখো। হ্যাঁ। উমারা।
Once the house of a rich man was full of rats. There were rats everywhere. And everywhere, the members of the house could not enjoy sound sleep. Even the little babies were not. Even the little babies is not free from the attack and beating of the rats. The rats would take away foods, cut clothes, and tear holes here and there. At last, the owner of the house hit upon a plan. He brought a cat to kill the rats. The rats came to know the uh, presence of the cat in the house. all the mice all the mice sat together in a conference. At least they took a decision that they would tie a bell in the neck of the cat so that they could know the approach to the cat.
Then, I think Umara, she has some problem with network. Okay, now Naushin say, Naushin. Naushin. Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can see you. You look so pretty. Your dress is different. Okay. Like
Okay, miss.
traditional dress. Okay.
Okay,
Naushin. Okay.
thank you, miss.
Okay.
Once the house of a rich man was full of rats. There were rats everywhere in the house. The members of the house couldn't enjoy a sound sleep. Even the little babies were not free from attack and biting of the rats. The rats would take away foods, cut clothes, and tear holes here and there. At last, the owner of the house hit upon a plan. He brought a kid to kill the rats. The rats came to know the presence of the cat in the house. All the mice sat together in a conference. At last, they took a decision that they would tie a bell in the neck of the cat so that they could know the approach of the cat. They raised hue and cry over the matter because none of the rats agreed to tie a bell in the neck of the cat. They thought that the rat who would go to the bell, the approach of the cat would lose his life. And finally, who would bell the cat remained unsettled. So the mice eventually left the house.
Okay, did you say with sing? Naushin? Truly
No,
speaking,
miss.
truly speaking.
Yes,
Really?
yes, miss.
That's a good. Sriporna say now.
Yes. Once the house of the rich man was full with rats. There were rats in everywhere. The member of a house could not enjoy sleep. Even the little baby were not free from the attack, beating the rats. The rats would take away from fruit, cut cloths, and tear here and there. At last, the owner of a house decided that he made a plan that he bought a cat to kill the rats. The rats come to know the presence of a cat. All
দেখে
the
বলবো
mass
না,
of
দেখে বলবো না।
all the mass sat together in a conference to know that to made a plan to protect them from the cats. They made a plan that can take one life from them. But they do not decide that who gave their life. So that's why the mass eventually left the house.
Okay, but you need more practice, Sriporna. আরো প্র্যাকটিস করা উচিত ছিল। লাবিব বলো, লাবিব পারবে? লাবিব, can you say now?
Miss,
Yes, Labib, try it.
Miss, I want to revise once.
You just read one time.
No, Miss, I want to revise it one time.
আচ্ছা, আর পড়তে হবে না, এখন নিজের ভাষায় বলো। Try to say with your own language. হ্যাঁ।
Once the house of a once the house of a rich man, there are full of rats. There were rats everywhere. The members of the house could not enter the sound sleep. Even the little babies were attacked and beaten by the rats. At last, the owner of the house hit upon a plan. He brought a cat to kill the rats. The rats know the presence of the cat and presence of the cat in the house. And all the mice sat together in a conference. At last, they took a decision that they would tie a bell in the neck of the cat so that they could
দেখে বলবো না। I don't know. This is my problem.